So I've been quite excited about my CD collection recently, and I finally have gotten some of my ones that I've wanted for a long time, and just really kind of happy with my collection now. So I thought I'd start going through these. I was doing my vinyl collection months ago, and I will finish that eventually. I just wanted to start sprinkling in some CDs here because I've been really excited about CDs, in particular recently, especially like metal CDs, and which is a majority of what my collection is now is like extreme metal and stuff around that. Some other stuff as well, as you'll see later on, but um, the first at least 8 videos will be mostly like my main collection of like extreme metal and like adjacent kind of stuff within that. Um, so really excited to just go through these and jump in. I've been really happy with my collection, and just thought it'd be fun to start going through this and get back to it. So the first band I have here, I've got a few albums by them. I've got 4 right here that I have in this video. I have some others that I can show in another video, but um, all these are kind of just going in alphabetical order for the most part, and just like the year that they came out, the usual kind of deal when it comes to stuff like this. But first album we have here, and the band I'm talking about is Abigor. This is their first album here, or not their first album, but one of their most praised albums. But the first album that I have by them here. Came out in '95. It's Nachimen. Um, from the Twilight Kingdom. One of my favorites by them, and very praised in general. This CD is actually not the original CD that I have in here. I had another digipack version of it, but a seller was selling the original case online. I kind of just wanted the original artwork and the original case with it. I might eventually get the actual CD too. We'll see if I splurge and want to do that someday. It's just kind of pricey, so it's a little bit harder to find. But this is an awesome CD. Really amazing kind of symphonic black metal, and really just like the stuff. They've really, as a band, that's really grown on me, and cool artwork on it. It says Unleashed Axe Age. There's all the songs on here, and yeah, it's a really cool little thing here. And I know here at the end, it says the music of Abigor is a weapon and shall haunt all those who try to discover something beautiful in it. So here's the little booklet, some of the stuff that's in the booklet here. Pretty cool little artwork. Happy with it. It's got all the lyrics and such. Love the Abigor logo that's on the front here. Really just love that logo for some reason. Really cool stuff. But yeah, quality CD right here. Very happy to have this. Napalm Records released this, or released this version of the CD at least. Abigor is a band from Austria. Going along more with Abigor, these honestly are some of my favorite CDs in my collection at the moment. I just really like having Abigor, and they're actually kind of like, not like too hard to find, I guess, but there's like a limited quantity of these available, so excited to have them. Here we have Supreme Immortal Art, came out in 1998. Another one of my favorites here. Really cool artwork, and really just great album. Just good old black metal, and has a little booklet here with the members at the time on there. We have just like some of the members on the inside. Love the artwork that goes along with this stuff. It's really just awesome. I love it. Just so sick to me. I just love almost everything metal. Honestly, just love metal stuff. I love the artwork that goes along with it. Love the music, and this is, I guess, like an earlier pressing This is the actual Napalm Records CD here. That originally came with this. So it's cool. I don't know if this is originally from Austria or not. Is this an Austrian pressing of it? It's probably just a US one, but you see the logo on the back there, which is cool. But yeah, actually, I kind of like some jewel cases. It's cool when they have the clear stuff and they have the artwork in the back. But I actually am like kind of a big fan of just like when it's just the plain black, like I saw it was on this on the other one. And this one here that I'm been ready to show now, just the classic black jewel case. But I'm cool with either one. But I usually prefer black ones for some reason. But here's the next album, Channeling the Quintessence of Satan. There's probably might be my favorite Abigor album. It's the one I go back to probably more than any other one. I really love the album artwork on this one. Really, really cool. Great artwork there. And here's the back. And I think that this one I paid a little bit of money for because it's kind of hard to get, I guess. And really like it. Cool disc here with like the skulls and such on it. It's pretty neat. And this is just in a standard black jewel case. And let me see if I can get the booklet out of here. It can be tricky sometimes, as CD collectors know. Here's the booklet, of course, the artwork, and then the back here, some stuff on there. And got some more artwork on the inside. Very nice stuff. And love this stuff. Really cool, in my opinion. And the music is just really great, of course. Really happy to have this one. Really cool CD. One of my favorites in my collection, I'd say for sure. We've got one more Abigor one here, and we'll get into some other ones. We've got, I think one of their more underrated albums. Talked about this in one of my videos months ago about like early 2000s music. And this came out in 2001. Satanized. Really like this cover too. I'm a big fan of just the color red, so I'm always down with some red album artwork. So just them kind of experimenting more, going to a more like avant-garde kind of approach. They went even crazier than that on their later 2000 album, Fractal Possession. I do have a copy of that I'll go over sometime. But this just like this picture right here of the band members just like screams early 2000s to me. It just like has that whole vibe to it. And here with the case open, it kind of like the artwork kind of continues on the back there. It's pretty cool. Really like this. This is a great album. It's really fun to listen to. This one I went back to a lot when I first got into them. Really cool. Just really cool artwork. Kind of like cosmic themes this time. It looks like that's kind of the vibe on this album. It seems kind of more cosmic, like weird sci-fi kind of feels to it, with the experimentation and stuff, which is pretty cool. Not many black metal bands are doing stuff like that. It's more of like a death metal thing, so it's pretty cool. So did that. Yeah, another great album here. Great CD to have. Excited about this one. It's not all of them, but you know what I mean. Next, we are getting some death metal that I loved, like when I first started getting into death metal, kind of death doomy, I'd say. And that's Asphyx, the last one on Earth. It's like an expanded edition, as you can see here with the track list on the back. Really cool band. I really like their sound, like since the beginning. Like I said, just has a kind of like death doomy, sick riffs and just great vocals. I'm pretty sure the vocalist, I think it's like a crossover between Pestilence and this vocalist. I think it might be the same vocalist. I might be very wrong about that, but I just know the vocals are very similar. Um, so pretty cool. Just your basic kind of artwork in here. Really cool vibes there. It's definitely very much a reissue here, as we can tell, and has the extended tracks on it, extra tracks. I'm not too big of a fan of like extended versions and extra tracks on albums. I usually just like what the original album is supposed to be released, but it is what it is. I mean, it's cool to have some extra stuff, but I usually prefer just the original album, the original set list, or song list, track list, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Next we've got just classic melodic death metal. Got At the Gates, Slaughter of the Soul. I've always loved this album artwork, and this is an album that had to grow on me. I actually liked their earlier, their first album more when I first got into death metal, and but this one has grown on me tremendously. Just like melodic death metal in general, it's just grown on me a lot. What's interesting is melodic death metal is usually kind of like more of like a gateway into death metal, but I kind of gravitated more towards the heavier stuff, I guess, and like raw, like old school stuff towards the beginning, and I still love that stuff obviously, but I guess I've like grown more within my music and music taste, I guess I should say, and I've really just been enjoying like just going back and stuff that I didn't really care for much at the beginning and just like falling in love with it. And this is a big album that helps me with that, and really like the artwork on this one. Really cool stuff, and just a classic that the Swedish melodic death metal scene. There was a just regular Swedish death metal scene I'll get into in another time, but At the Gates kind of started that like Gothenburg kind of sound that came with later bands and stuff too. Just like started that whole like melodic death metal thing that's like took off and even became somewhat mainstream to an extent in the early 2000s. Next we've got another death metal album here. We've got Baphomet, The Dead Shall Inherit. This is one that I got into pretty early with my death metal listening days. 1992 was just a crazy fucking year for death metal. And I'll probably get into that more later as I come across more albums from 1992, especially in the Swedish scene. There's a lot of stuff that was released in 92 that was just like peak death metal time. But this is a cool album. I really like this album artwork as well. Just a very, very good death metal album cover here. This jewel case you can see is pretty cracked on the back here. I might eventually replace it, but it doesn't really bother me too much. It's not really obscuring like the artwork on the front and stuff, so I can deal with it. It's pretty cool looking CD here. The stuff on there, cool artwork. Like the red, of course. I love my red and black especially together. Just love that. And that continues on to here. So we've got not much in this booklet here. It's not much to it. And it doesn't want to come out for me right now. I'm trying not to mess it up either. Let's see. I'll get it one of these days. There it goes. Yeah, the album artwork. And then we've got like a classic just band's photo on the back here. Love that, just like basic. That's just like something that you see a lot on these album covers and such. On the inside I don't have any lyrics or anything. I just got some more like photos of the band members playing and such like that. It's pretty cool. I don't mind that. But love how the first song on this comes in. Like Suffering song. The Suffering is the name of the song. Always loved how that comes in. Just great solid death metal album. I'm not sure where these guys are from. I should look into it more. This was released on Peaceville, this reissue. It looks like it was originally released on Peaceville, so I'm not sure. I'll have to look into them, see exactly where they're from. Next we get into another band that I have a few releases by, and that is Behemoth. There's Thelma 6, I've got like the like early 2000s stuff is like the stuff I like kind of gravitated towards with Behemoth. I know people think Behemoth are just sell out, not even a black metal band. They started off black metal-ish towards the beginning, and then they kind of did their more like black and death kind of sounds like through the like even through to now, and they had some like classics and like the people look at as classics in like the late 2010s or like the early 2010s and such. But some people hate them. You kind of either like them or you don't like them. But I'm a fan. They're an interesting band. Have like a brutal style to them, like kind of just interesting sounding sometimes. The vocals are just like took me a little while to get into the vocals. I guess they're more just like, I don't know, just not something I loved as much at first. But this is a cool. I liked their artwork from the early 2000s. They had a lot of like they all kind of have this kind of vibe to them, and some cool inserts here, like inner lyrics and such, and just like pictures of the band and whatnot. Just really cool artwork all around. And then see, got the CD here. It's kind of like their little kind of logo thing, I guess. And this actually is an enhanced CD, very fancy. I guess if you put it in the computer, it would have a video track. So I have not done that yet. I need to check that out though. I think that would be pretty nifty. So yeah, Behemoth, Thelma 6. I get like a comfort from this album cover for some reason. I don't know. It's just interesting to me. Here we've got another Behemoth album. And Zolskia Cultus. Really like this album artwork as well. This is red. Kind of has the same vibe as like the last one, but it's like has the red on it, and the red is like the main color, and I really like that. And this is a really good one as well. And just that kind of same sound that they had in the early 2000s. That kind of just like primal sounding ish vocals that they have. It's like very satanic, as we know. Trying to get this booklet out here again. You know how it is. This one's in here like super tight. It's like Yo Mama, but pretty cool artwork here. Just try not to drop it on the fucking ground. Pretty similar to the last one, but just red and different art on it. Really fucking cool. Really like it. And the disc itself is kind of like this like black kind of thing here. It's kind of glossy in spots. It's pretty cool. And then take the disc out. We've got this kind of artwork on the back here, going in there. It's pretty nice. Moving on from Behemoth, or actually I've got one more Behemoth album. I don't know why I thought I was moving on, but this is one of their like praised ones from like that early 2000s era. One of people's, when you talk about Behemoth, a lot of people say this is their favorite album by them. That's Demigod. It's just like straight up brutality, like insane. Like the other ones are brutal too, but like this one's just like goddamn, like fuck God. That's what they're saying on this. Like fuck that shit. But still kind of similar artwork kind of going on here. But I love how they're all just like have their own kind of vibe to them. Really cool. Cool little like I guess kind of little trilogy of albums I have here. Not that they're a trilogy of albums, but they are to me, I guess. They kind of all go together for me. It's like the intensity is like taken up a notch, like with each one. So really cool. Should listen to these soon. And I should check out that fucking enhanced video track sometime and see what that's all about. We've got two more CDs for this video. Another classic here. We've got Beherit, Drawing Down the Moon. Classic bestial black metal, war metal, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of like their one album that they kind of released in that kind of style. They like went more like ambient root and stuff. just cool. But enjoyed this album. This was one that was pretty important to me when I first got into metal. This one like really kind of like intrigued me. It was just like different. It was like kind of like, it sounded like kind of more like the death metal-ish kind of sound, but it had these like very satanic and like different kind of like whispery vocals, and I just thought it was interesting and really cool stuff. I just love how diverse metal can be. It's just, there's so many different sounds within it. People say everything just sounds the same, but people just who don't listen to metal say that. And the last one here, we've got Belphegor, Blood Sabbath. It's another black metal album from the 90s. 97 actually, came out the year I was born. Got the just basic CD here. I like when it's just kind of basic like that. Honestly, it just has the logo and the album name. Pretty sick. And got the artwork here. Got this. I know that I saw a T-shirt with this, with the Belphegor and this old artwork on it at my local record store one time. I was there for quite a while. Somebody eventually, I guess, bought it. Here's like another kind of version of it here. Different artwork, but same kind of vibe, I guess. Just insanity. But yeah, this bitch getting like her piss pushed out into this like pail or something. All these like demon lords. Yep, wild shit. But cool album. Pretty good black metal band. I'm like huge into them, but I appreciate it. I like the black metal sound. And just like excellent fucking cover too. It's kind of funny. But I guess they have kind of like a hilarity behind them as well. But yeah, that's my first video of CDs. Got a lot more coming because there are quite a few sections of stuff that I want to keep going through. Yeah, really excited about my CDs. So hope you guys liked the video. Let me know what you think down below, as always. And if you have any CDs that I have, I'm sure lots of people out there do. And tell me what any new pickups you guys have, anything you're excited about. So thanks for watching. See you next time.